What if the very power source for electric vehicles, the battery itself, was about to get a fundamental rethink?
Mm,
That's kind of the vibe coming out of the 2025 Shanghai Auto Show.
mm.
CATL, the huge battery manufacturer, unveiled something potentially massive.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. CATL's new sodium-ion battery tech.
Right.
And for you, someone looking to really get a handle on this without getting bogged down in technical overload, this is basically your shortcut.
Yeah, a direct line to understanding what could be a real turning point. So our sources today, we've got this great YouTube report from Reporterfy Media and Travel,
Where
gives you a real feel for the launch event.
Right, puts you right there in the room.
Exactly. And then, to get beneath the surface, we're looking at an analysis from Calpurnian News. They really dig into the science and the expert take on sodium ion.
So our mission really is to figure out why the CATL announcement matters, what's the big deal with sodium ion, and how could it ripple through the whole EV industry. We'll connect the dots between the Shanghai buzz and the expert breakdown.
Okay, let's jump right in. The CATL launch itself, that Reporterfy video, it paints a picture of real excitement. They actually called it a launch that could charge up the entire world. It's a pretty big
It
statement.
is bold, yeah, but maybe justified when you think about the core potential here. Sodium ion, it's a different approach. The video really gets across the sheer density of information they presented.
Yeah, like a flood of data.
Which points to, a decade of serious R&D. CATL didn't just whip this up overnight.
Definitely not. And the main event was this Naxtra battery, their first mass-market sodium-ion battery. The numbers they threw out were pretty eye-catching.
They were like 500 kilometers of range.
500 kilometers, yeah.
Yep.
At over 10,000 charge cycles. Plus, it works really well in extreme cold and heat. Like minus 40 Celsius, it still keeps 90% of its power.
That's impressive. It really is. And the energy density, 175 watt-hours per kilogram.
Which puts it in the same league as LFP batteries, right?
Yeah.
Especially for bigger vehicles.
Exactly. For heavy-duty trucks, it's competitive. And just to clarify for everyone, watt-hours per kilogram, that's basically how much energy you can cram into a certain weight.
Gotcha.
And they also showed a 24-volt version. Talking over 8 years of lifespan, big cost savings, like 61% cheaper, they claimed, and no lead. That's a plus for the environment.
Okay, hold on, because this next part, this is where my mind started bending a little.
Yeah.
The Freevoid dual power battery.
Ah.
Dual energy zones
Yeah.
in the same battery pack. So you can mix NCM, LFP, and sodium-ion chemistries.
Mm-hmm. It's like a chemical hybrid battery, essentially. Think of it as tailoring the energy source within one single unit. The video talked about 5 main functions: voltage stuff, heat management, safety, and keeping everything working together smoothly.
So it's adaptable.
Highly adaptable, optimizing performance for how you're actually driving.
So what does that mean for the driver, for you behind the wheel? They're saying smarter power for city driving, stop-start traffic,
Right, more efficient for that.
and then bam, huge output for road trips. They mentioned potentially 1,500 kilometers of range thanks to something called self-forming nanotech.
Yeah, that self-forming nanotech sounds like some clever material science. Maybe the battery structure optimizes itself as you use it initially, leading to better density over time. They said up to 60% increase.
That's huge.
It is. And peak power output, more than a V12 engine, apparently. Plus, that 12C charging rate.
Okay, 12C. C rating tells you charging speed relative to capacity, right?
Exactly. So 12C means, theoretically, a full charge in just 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
It tackles that range anxiety head on, being able to juice up that quickly. That's a game changer for a lot of people. CATL isn't just tweaking things, they're rethinking the whole power delivery system.
And it keeps going. They talked about a multi-power area. Like future cars won't just have one battery type.
Right. The car itself could intelligently switch between chemistries.
So maybe high-density NCM for a long highway drive,
Mm-hmm.
then cost-effective LFP for your daily commute.
Or reliable sodium ion when it's freezing cold outside.
It's like power modes on your phone,
Yeah.
but for the actual battery chemistry.
It's a big shift towards personalized energy. The Reporterfy report really emphasized making power safer, faster, more adaptable, built for how people actually drive.
Right, maximizing everything based on the situation.
Performance, efficiency, cost, whatever you need most at that moment.
And speaking of fast, they also showed off their second-gen Shenzheng LFP battery. super fast charging.
Yeah, the numbers there were pretty wild too. 800-kilometer range.
And that 12C peak charging again,
Yeah.
which translates to, what, 2.5 kilometers of range for every second you're plugged in?
It's astonishing speed. And going from 5% to 80% charge in 15 minutes?
Even in the cold.
Right, still maintaining high power output. It moves us away from fixed battery limits towards systems that, well, respond to your demands.
And you know, it strikes me, this isn't just about cars. CATL seems to be thinking much bigger.
Definitely. They mentioned scooters, heavy trucks, but also aircraft, ships, industrial uses.
That's a massive scope.
It really underlines how versatile this core tech is. Storing and delivering energy efficiently, that applies everywhere. It could transform way more than just roads.
The Reporter 5 video also had some pretty intense safety demos. Cutting batteries, drilling into them, no fires, no explosions.
Which is crucial for confidence, right? Safety is paramount.
Absolutely. And then the battery swapping. We don't see much of it here in North America, but elsewhere it's a thing. Automatic swap in minutes.
It's an alternative model. Avoids charging wait times, worries about battery life degrading.
And they show data from a battery running for 6 years, nearly 800,000 kilometers.
Right.
That speaks volumes about longevity.
That kind of long-term proof is exactly what you need to build trust, especially with newer tech like sodium-ion potentially coming into the mix.
Okay, but maybe the biggest surprise? Aviation. CATL is getting into eVTOL's electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft.
Yeah, teaming up with Autofly for their Evo aircraft.
It looks like a flying minivan, 4 seats.
And designed for fully autonomous flight, though, with a safety pilot for now. Simple controls, they said.
The specs. Over an hour of flight time, range over 250 kilometers, 13 propellers.
Mm-hmm. Powered by CATL batteries, obviously.
And the key thing, they expect it to be way cheaper than a helicopter, but just as safe. They're even thinking about cargo and firefighting versions. It really feels like, well, like the future taking off.
It does, and it shows just how capable CATL believes their batteries are. Powering aircraft is a huge step up in demands compared to cars. Safety, reliability, absolutely critical there.
And let's not forget, CATL is already huge. Their reach is global. They supply batteries to, well, pretty much everyone, it seems.
Yeah, the client list is staggering. Tesla in China, NIO, XPeng, Li Auto, Geely.
And internationally.
Yeah.
BMW, VW, Ford, Mercedes, Hyundai, Honda, Toyota, Volvo. It just goes on.
It really hammers home their central role. They're a linchpin in this whole EV transition. When CATL innovates, it has the potential to spread through the entire industry very quickly.
Okay, so let's layer in that expert view now from Calpurnia News. They offer some important context on sodium-ion specifically. Historically, there have been challenges, right?
Right. The sodium ions themselves are physically larger than lithium ions.
And that causes problems.
It can, yeah. Potential for structural stress inside the battery, more friction, maybe faster wear on the electrodes, and lower efficiency, historically, for charging and discharging compared to lithium ion.
So hurdles to overcome.
Definitely. But as Calpurnia News points out, that's exactly where CATL's research is focused. Developing new materials for the electrodes, optimizing the whole battery structure.
They mention things like flexible or porous electrodes, new chemistries, special coatings, and that dual power tech we talked about.
Precisely. All aimed at mitigating those size-related issues, trying to get the best balance of performance and durability.
And the article also stresses the upsides of sodium, which are significant.
Huge upsides. It's way more abundant than lithium, like vastly more.
Which means
Lower cost, potentially much lower. And it's generally considered more sustainable, easier to source ethically. That makes it really appealing for more cost-sensitive vehicles or applications.
And Calpurnia News notes that despite those historical challenges, CATL is claiming impressive range and cycle life, suggesting they've made real strides in solving those structural problems.
Yeah, the 500-kilometer range and 10,000-plus cycles. If those hold up in mass production, it indicates significant progress.
So the expert take isn't that sodium-ion will totally replace lithium-ion everywhere.
Probably not, no. Especially not in, say, high-performance supercars where maximum energy density is everything. Lithium still likely holds an edge there for now. But it becomes a really strong, viable alternative for a huge range of other uses. Urban EVs, light commercial vans, maybe even grid storage. Anywhere that cost, safety, and sustainability are the top priorities.
So it's about having the right tool for the job.
Exactly. And the expert conclusion seems to be that the innovations we're seeing from CATL and others show that the sodium-ion size issue is being successfully managed. The tech is maturing fast.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. What a dive. We've seen CATL push boundaries with sodium-ion, the Naxtra, the truly innovative free void dual power concept, this whole multi-power area vision.
Plus those super fast charging Shenzhen batteries and the unexpected jump into aviation, it's a lot.
And importantly, the expert analysis seems to confirm that, yeah, sodium-ion has faced challenges, but the progress is real and significant.
hmm These aren't just small steps. They have really big implications for how we get around, how we power things. The future of energy, really. More sustainable, potentially more affordable.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Beyond just cheaper EVs, what else could this unlock? What other industries could be completely reshaped by better, cheaper, more versatile batteries?
Yeah.
Something to chew on.
It's definitely food for thought. We really hope this deep dive give you a solid, insightful look at what's happening. It's a fast-moving field, and CATL is clearly right at the forefront.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, if you found this exploration interesting, maybe as fascinating as we did diving into it, letting us know would be great. We always appreciate hearing what you find valuable.